Hello everyone, how are we? I'll wait for a little while for everyone to pop on, and hopefully I'll get it to come up on my laptop. So while I'm waiting for everyone to get on, there I am, I'm on my laptop. I just wanted to say hello and welcome to everybody. I do online card classes every Monday of the week, and just as a special, I just wanted to show people what online card classes are all about. I actually don't normally go live like this for my online card class. Normally it's a pre-recorded video, but I just wanted to give people a bit of a taste of what an online card class is all about and how they work, and how I show people step by step how to make their projects. And I'm just looking, I don't think I'm able to share live. I'm going to add someone to this group because there's a team member that wants to watch my video. I actually thought I was able to share my video, but it doesn't even give me the share button, so it doesn't look like I can share. Just bear with me. I'm just going to send her a message and tell her I've added her to the group. Okay, let me see if I can go like that so she can see what the group is. And this is just for one of my team members. I wanted her to be part of the live video tonight. Okay, Tanya, you are watching. So I think because I've added you to the group, you can see me. I couldn't share. It wouldn't let me share. So my plan was I was actually going to let my team members all see my online card class, but because I'd actually messaged Tanya earlier and told her what I was doing, yeah. So hello Tanya, and thank you for joining me. So I'm just going to wait for a little while and see if some people pop on. Yes, I'm here. So, okay Tanya, so when I added you to the group, did it all of a sudden say that I was live? Because I added you to the group because it didn't give me a share button. I wasn't able to share it at all. Just waiting for that delay to answer. So I'm going to get on with our online card class because you can watch this video back. So if this time is not convenient for everybody, they can watch the video back later on. But it's just going to be a little bit of time crafting, and we're going to make our 3 free projects that I sent your kit in the mail. Now, if you don't have the picture birthday stamp set, you can stamp a few of these elements using a different stamp set, something that's a little bit similar. I'm not sure whether there's something similar out there, but or otherwise you can watch this video, and with your kit, if you wanted to purchase the Picture Perfect Birthday, when you see this, you're probably going to want the Picture Perfect Birthday stamp set, I can tell you. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to flip you forward and we're going to get crafting. So bear with me while I flip you forward. And I'm going to put a bit of light on the subject, like so. How are we looking there? That's looking all right. Okay. I'm going to put that up on the big screen so I can see what's going on and see comments. Okay. So, what you got in your class packet was packet number 1, packet number 2, and packet number 3. Okay, so these are the 3 items that we will be making. And this is the beautiful Picture Perfect Birthday stamp set. So it is a fun set, and at the end of this video, at the end of this card class, I'm actually going to show you some of the other projects that I've been doing with this Picture Perfect Birthday stamp set, because it is an absolutely gorgeous set. Plus, there is lots of designer series paper that goes with the Picture Perfect Birthday set as well. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start off with probably the easiest one, which will be our gift bags. Yes, Tanya, the colours are absolutely beautiful that go with this set. So I'm just going to pop the gift bag over to the side so you can see what we've got. So you'll have in your kit, you'll have your beautiful gold stripy gift bag. You'll have a basic black layer. Everyone's designer series paper will vary. In the kit, it was depending on what I actually had available. You'll have a lovely little clip. You'll have our beautiful starburst circle and another basic black circle. And you'll have our beautiful berry burst ribbon. You'll have a pre-tied bow and you'll have a beautiful clip. And the clips will vary in colours as well in your kit. So first of all, what we're going to do is we'll pop our bag aside. This is the main stamping element that we'll be doing, is on our Whisper White piece of the Starburst. So I'm actually just going to bring in a scrap piece of paper just to pop underneath me, because I'm actually going to be stamping off the edge a little bit. So bear with me while I get a bit of paper. Doesn't want to come out. Piece of paper and just pop it under. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to have, so you will be needing in this online card class, you will be needing your Marina Mist, your Lemon Lime Twist, your Bermuda Bay, your Elegant Eggplant, and your Berry Burst. Now, I did message that to you in the group earlier on this week so that you were prepared for the online card class. So if you're doing this card class later, if you're watching it back later on, you need to go and grab your ink pads and get crafting with me. Okay, so I'm going to use, for the sentiment, I'm going to stamp the sentiment first because it's the biggest part of it. So I'm going to use the Berry Burst ink pad. And I'm using the sentiment that says, celebrate the good stuff. Okay, now it doesn't matter with this where you stamp and how straight you are, for the simple fact that it's a circle. So it's going to be straight no matter how we stamp it, because you just turn the circle to make it straight. Okay, so a little bit of a hint there. It doesn't matter how crooked we are, it will always be straight on a circle. Okay, so I'm just going to clean my stamp with my Stampin' Scrub. Now, if this is the first time you've actually seen a Stampin' Scrub, it is a must in your craft room. You use our stamping mist, and you just spray onto the wet side. It actually has little teardrops, water drops to show you the wet side, and it's got a sun down here in the corner to show you the dry side. So you spray the wet side, it conditions your stamps, keeps your stamps in great condition, and then you dry it off on the dry side. And it's a great way of cleaning your stamps every time you have them. Okay, so now in our stamp set, we also have a tiny little piece that's little tiny triangles. So I've already mounted that up on a little block. And one of the hints when you're mounting your stamps, always try to get the smallest block possible to mount your stamps on. The reason being, it has less area than if you go too heavy-handed with your ink pads and press down too hard. At least there is less area to get ink all splodged all over your block. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to bring in, we're going to use the Marina Mist and our Lemon Lime Twist. Okay, so just with the Lemon Lime Twist, and I just popped my finger in the Lemon Lime Twist ink pad. This is definitely live video. Okay, so I've just done a couple of little areas with the Lemon Lime Twist. Clean it off, and then with our Marina Mist, a couple of little areas just with the Marina Mist, and it just creates a bit of a background on the tag. It's up to you how much you want to put on, but it just creates that little bit of interest on the background of the tag. Okay, so that is fairly straightforward, and then I'm just going to now attach it all together. Okay, so we're going to bring in our pieces, And for this, I must grab some. Bear with me. I have to grab. Oh, I've got some dimensionals here. Needed a new pack of dimensional. Dimensionals are awesome. I don't go anywhere without dimensionals. And I have them in a drawer right beside me on my craft desk so that they are very easy to get at. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is with my liquid Tombow glue. Okay, I'm going to pop some Tombow glue onto the back of our designer series paper. You can choose which way you want your stripes to go. I like them to go up and down, but you can choose whether you want them to go up and down or the other way. Now the reason I'm using Tombow, I get that wiggle room to get that beautiful 1/8 of an inch border all the way around. Okay, so with our dimensionals, we're going to pop some dimensionals on the back of our stamped tag. And 3 is ample. Okay. And I'm just going to mount that onto our basic black. Now, it's a tiny, tiny little border, the basic black. It's just for a bit of a shadow behind our tag. Okay. And then we're going to pop some dimensionals on the back of that also. And as I said, 3 is ample. This is such a cute, cute set. So I'm just going to mount that just in the middle of that. I don't know whether I turned my notifications down. I think I just heard a notification. Can I turn it down? Oh, I have got it turned down. I didn't want notifications ringing in your ears really loud while we're live. Okay, so now it's just time to assemble our card. Our gift bag. Now, the gift bag, you can pop your little treats in. So all I've done is that very first golden line across the top. I've just folded that down. I'm going to go the other way, that way. No, that way. Okay, so I'm folding it down. You've got a seam on the back, and the front is nice and plain and clear. So I'm folding it down to that other gold stripe. Okay, so you pop your little treats inside, and then we just clip this on with our beautiful little coloured clip that we have. Okay, so I'm just going to clip that on the bag. This is great for little treats. Now, with my bow, I actually just used a glue dot sorry, I'm just reading a message I've got on Facebook. Okay, so I'm just going to pop a glue dot on the back, and I'm just going to pop that directly straight onto our little dog clip. Okay, and then also I like to trim my ribbon. I like to peek the ends of the ribbon. So I haven't trimmed your ribbon. I've actually made, and I've got my worst pair of scissors here. I've actually made your kits and just left it so that you can actually cut the ends of your ribbon yourself. Okay, so I've just peeked the little ends of the ribbon, and there you have a quick little gift treat bag. So what are you thinking? Cute little treat bags? You can fit so much into these. Also too, with our Ready Shreddy that we have in the Occasions catalogue, you could stuff some Ready Shreddy in there too and make your bags really nice and bulky as well. Yeah, that would be great also. Okay, so now we're going to get on to card number 2. So I'll leave those just up in the corner so you can see. Card number 2. Got my Just move my camera over a little bit. Sorry about that. Okay, so card number 2. This one's a nice, cute, basic little card. We're doing a little bit of stamping, a little bit of playing around here, making these beautiful little party blowers. It's created a little bit of fun, actually. Everyone's like, what in the world are those things called? And no one really knows what they're called. Party whistles, party blowers, noise makers. Not real sure, but I think this is one of the things that makes this set really cute. So you're going to bring out your next class packet. And in that class packet, you're going to have your beautiful Bermuda Bay already scored and folded in half for you. You're also going to have one piece of your Whisper White, which is for your layer. And the other piece is for stamping your 3 whistles. So you'll find that one is a square piece, or more of a square piece, and then the other's a long rectangle one. The long rectangle one is enough for our stamping, and you'll have a few pieces of strips of our coloured cardstock. So first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to stamp our little party blowers. So the first stamp that we're going to need is our beautiful solid stamp. You can make candles with this stamp. We're going to use our lemon lime twist for one of them. Okay, so I'm actually going to make them up this way because I'm going to have lots of room to be able to make them that way. So I've got a lemon lime twist one. I'm going to do a berry burst one. So berry burst. And I'm also going to do a Bermuda Bay. Now you may say, should I have a stamping mat, a foam mat underneath my stamping? Yes, I should, because I'm using photopolymer, and at the moment I cannot find my foam pad, so hence why I'm not using one. My surface is, it's a tile, so it is pretty solid and it is pretty smooth, so I am lucky that I have a fairly smooth background. But the idea is, yes, you probably should have a stamping mat underneath you, because I've just stamped then and it didn't stamp. There you go, I've re-stamped over the top. Okay, so that's just the base of our party blowers. So the next part we need to get is, I'm going to bring in, while I've got the Bermuda Bay out, I'm going to bring in the striped pieces. And this is just like making a candle, this part, but it's also for the party whistles as well. Okay, so I'm going to have to bring that right over for me to be able to line this up. It's really hard. I've got the camera right near my head. Okay, so that one. While I've got Bermuda Bay out again, I'm going to do, we have the little tassel part for one of them, so I'm going to do that as well. And I'm going to use one of our tiny little blocks for that. Okay, and we did that on our berry burst one. So I'm just going to line that up on the end, like so. You probably could have got it closer than that, but as I said, because the camera is above my head, it's making it a bit difficult to line them up. I'm going to re-stamp that again, actually. I didn't stamp that real well. Okay, better. The beauty of our photopolymer stamps too is that you are able to do that. So I may as well, while I've got the little stamp out, I may as well go through and do the other 2 party whistle ones like that as well. So I need just our berry burst for the other 2. Okay, so berry burst. Hopefully I've lined that one up well. That one's a bit better. And this one. Same with that one. Okay. So we need the spots now. We're going to bring the spots in, and we're going to use our elegant eggplant for our spots. Which I need the spots out of my stamp set. Okay. And we're going to ink that up with our elegant eggplant. We're going to line them up. And that one. Sorry, I'm having a really hard time lining these up tonight. My camera's right where my head goes. Okay, so spots. And then we're going to do the whistleblower end part. So as you can see, they come together pretty easily. The whistleblower. This is where they come together when you put the whistleblower part on. Like, I was having so much fun when I first made these. Okay, so you line it up with the little crooked jagged edge on the end of your little fringy part. And there you have some cute little party blowers. Okay, so now with them, hey Odette and Amanda, hey, you're all right. You haven't missed much. We made the little bag, but you can always go back and watch them again. Sorry, I was so interested in trying to line up my stamps there that I didn't realise you had popped on. Okay, so with those three, what we're going to do is grab our scissors and we're going to quickly fussy cut around those. And I've just realised I've got a message up here. I've been touching things on my computer and I've typed a whole heap of letters and messages to a poor girl. She's probably thinking, what in the world are you doing? Okay, so just fussy cut quickly around the edges of those. You ladies that are up in Queensland, how did you fare with those storms the other day? And all the rain. I know up around Queensland copped a fair bit of water. We were lucky. It missed us here in northern New South Wales. We got some heavy rain, but nothing to write home about, thank God. Okay, so that's one little party blower. Okay, next one. Now, I'm not that fussy when I fussy cut either, honestly, as long as you've cut out the shape. It is handmade after all. I do tend to leave a little bit of white around. That way then you don't actually have to be as fussy. I can then actually cut where I didn't line those spots up very well on that one. Like so. So I'm not sure whether you ladies are crafting with me or whether you're actually going to, I know Amanda, you've got the stamp set, so I don't know whether you're actually going to be crafting with me now. Please tell me if you want me to slow up and you want me to explain any step. Please let me know. I'm happy to just type a message in there and I'm happy to discuss it if there's something that you want to know. There we have it. So our three cute little party blowers. So then on the other piece of our Whisper White, I'm going to bring in the Lemon Lime Twist ink pad. Don't you just love these colours, ladies? Got a fair bit of rain. It was great. Put water in the tanks. We're still drought declared. Love the party blowers. Yeah, they are cute. So you're on tank water where you are, Amanda? Yeah, my mum and dad live at North Casino and they're on tank water as well. And they were ever so excited to think that their tanks would be overflowing, so they were quite happy about that. Okay, so I'm now going to bring in, I've got the Lemon Lime Twist. I'm going to bring in the stamp that says, today we celebrate the wonderful, brilliant, fabulous you. Okay, so I'm just going to line that up. I'm going to line it up over here on like 1/3 of our card. I'm also going to jazz this one up a bit. I haven't done it in this one, but I'm going to jazz it up a bit. Seeing we've got the stamps out and we're playing, we may as well jazz it up a little bit more. So I'm actually going to go through and with that little triangular piece, actually no I won't, I'll use the other one so you can see it work. There's one in here. It's so cute. It's like, am I going to see it now? Where is it? Yeah, it's over here. Sorry, I've already got it mounted onto a thing. It's like the cake topping. You know how you used to get coloured cake toppings and you could sprinkle them on when you were, I was doing driving lessons in that weather. Oh, Odette, yes, I know you're a driving instructor. And guess what? My 17-year-old got her P's today. She actually failed her P's test last week. I was a little bit upset with how she failed because honestly, it was, she went and it was full-on wet, miserable weather. It was pouring down rain. And she did really, really well on everything that she had done. And she was at a set of crossroads, and she came to this set of crossroads. And there was a young P pleater that decided he was going to hoon through the crossroads where he should have been giving way. So she panicked and pulled up because it looked like he was going to run into the side of the car. And then because it took her a little while, because he came to a screaming halt and pulled up in time, thank God. And then because the actual driving instructor had to say, you can go now, they classify that as the driving instructor having to, what was it called? Intervene. I think that's what they called it, intervene. And she failed her on that. So she was devastated. She was not happy at all. And she had a big crying tantrum, and yes, it wasn't pretty. So she had to wait a week, and she went back and she got them this afternoon at 2:30. She had her driving test this afternoon and she got 100%. So she's now got her P's. Now I have to worry about whether she's going to be all right and where she is and what time she's going to be home. But that's life. So yeah, I know. And I actually said to her, sorry, I'm reading your comment. It says that's so wrong, but that's what it's all about. And as I said to Jade, if you had have used the initiative that when you pulled up and realised that he had stopped and you took off because you had the right of way, because he had to give way to you, then you probably wouldn't have failed. But because she actually had to physically tell you, but I've got to tell you, my child is very cautious. And we had another instance where after she had failed her driving test like that, they actually, sorry, I'm just using some Tombow and I'm just going to over on this side here. I'm going to leave about a good ½ inch all the way around and just pop that on. Yes, and so then there was a fella that was driving and he went to pull out on it. Now these bits, I must tell you, aren't cut to the exact size. So I've left them a little bit longer so you can trim them off to wherever you need to trim them. So this one here I've done straight, so I need to trim it just to the bottom of that card. So I'm just going to trim it straight off there. Also too, if you have our triple banner punch, to just pop some banners on the ends of this, like the V shape, is quite cute too. Yeah, so this man went to pull out on her the other day. He didn't even look. He was parked on the side of the road and he went to pull out and didn't even know that she was driving along. So she pulled up and stopped because he was going to drive out. And then he stopped and then he waved her on. Well, then she was panicking. And it took her a while to actually get started and take off again. And I said to her, see, that's probably when you're in the driving test, you were like that too. So you've got to be confident enough to say, well, you know what? I'm allowed to go now. They've made the mistake, but they've stopped and it's safe. It's time to go. But anyway, she got them this afternoon, so she's ever so excited. She's thrilled to bits. So I've just popped that on an angle. Then we've got another little piece here that I'm going to pop down this way at an angle as well. I'm going to trim that one off a little bit. So needless to say, she's got a new little car and she's zooming around. The first thing that my 15-year-old wanted to do was go for a drive with her and sit in the front seat, because she's never been allowed to sit in the front seat while Jade's been learning. So she was awfully excited to be allowed to sit in the front driver's passenger side. So Okay, so we've got those 3 bits on, and now what we're going to do is we're just going to pop up our little party blowers onto some dimensionals. Now, mini dimensionals are good for this too, but I absolutely, if you could see, oh no, I can, yes, I can find them. I was going to say, if you could see the mess that my craft room is in at the moment, you would be amazed. Okay, sorry, I was just checking up on the messages there that I hadn't missed anything. So I'm just going to, along these new mini dimensionals are awesome. Along the little skinny side, I'm just going to pop 2 of our little mini ones. And I've popped the normal size one on the back there. So I'm going to do that with all 3. Sorry, I need to clean my desk up so it doesn't look so bad for you. Okay, so I'm just popping a big one on the end and 2 little ones. Did everybody check out my Myths and Magic online card class that I just released? I have to tell you, that Myths and Magic was the most fun class, online card class that I've ever designed. So much glitter, glitter paper, the beautiful Wink of Stella pen. It's absolutely gorgeous. At least she's very observant of the traffic around her. Exactly, Amanda, and that's what she said. She said, oh my God, I got failed for being safe. And I said, yeah, but you know what? You needed to be confident and know that road rule right there and then, that when he did pull up, that then you were right to go. But anyway, so doesn't matter. She's passed now, and I do agree, Amanda. She is a safe driver, so I'm quite happy. And I said to her, if that position ever happened again, I would hope that you would pull up again and wait until he definitely stops to go again. Okay, so we're doing that one down there. We're just going to pop them around just at some different angles, just to create a bit of fun. And then she was happy today. She got the male test, driving test man, and he was cracking jokes out of left, right and centre as they were walking out of the motor registry, and he sort of made her relax a fair bit. And then when she got down to the car, she must have been a bit of a nervous wreck. And he said to her, he said, I can see that you're quite nervous at the moment. He said, we're just going to sit here and we're going to let you take a few deep breaths. And when I think you're ready, we're going to go off and we're going to start the driving test. So it was quite good. He, yeah, he was quite observant of the way she was feeling. And, yeah, and she passed with flying colours, which I knew she would. I mean, as I said, she's a very safe driver, and I've been in with her the majority of the time, other than when she's had paid lessons, and she's been a very safe driver. So there you go. That's our second project, our card. So what are you thinking about this Picture Perfect birthday set? It is absolutely such a stunning set. So far, we've got, well, I've got 4. You will only have 1 of each, but okay, so the last card that we're going to do is this one. I've saved the best to last because I just think this is absolutely beautiful, this card. Okay, so with that, you will have your kit. And in your kit, you will have your Berry Burst as your base. You will have a piece of the Whisper White to make the background here. You'll have a piece of Daffodil Delight. Thank you for the hearts and the thumbs up. That's awesome. You'll have a piece of your Daffodil Delight, and you'll also have a piece of Whisper White. That's been done with our label, layering labels. And you'll have a piece of Berry Burst, and you'll also have a Berry Burst ribbon. And I must say, this is the last tiny bit I have of this Berry Burst ribbon. I love it so much that I've gone through 2 full rolls of it since they've released it. And I now need to purchase another one, so I'll have to place an order and get another one. Okay, so the first thing, what we're going to do is we're going to do all our stamping first. So I'm going to bring in our 2 Whisper White pieces. And I'm also going to bring in my scrap piece of paper once again, because we are going to stamp off the edges here. So I'm going to use my tiny little blocks once again. And there is another stamp in this stamp, and I've actually used it for a background stamp here, but it's this stamp here. Now what that stamp is designed to do is to actually stamp in the middle of this ribbon. So what a lot of people have been doing is doing stamping off and doing a second stage stamp with their big part of their ribbon, and then with the darker color coming back in and putting the little inserts in, and it gives you a bit of a variegated, looks like a bit of a shadow look for the ribbon. So it is actually quite a funny little piece, and once you get it lined up, it goes really nicely in the middle of that ribbon, but it takes a little bit to get it lined up and know exactly where it goes. Once you get them lined up, it's easy then to stamp. You'll probably find, I would say, with our new Stamparatus that's coming out in June, you'll be able to purchase the Stamparatus if you didn't reserve it in June. Doing these type of stamps is then perfect for our Stamparatus stamping tool, because you'll be able to put them right in the right places and get them exactly right every time you do it. But for this time, I'm actually just going to use it as a background stamp to create a bit of a different background on this card. So is there any questions while we're going along? Does anyone have any questions whatsoever about what we're doing here? Any questions about stamping or stamping up? Okay, so the first thing what we're going to do is with our Marina Mist, I'm going to bring in the Marina Mist, and I'm going to stamp that ribbon insert part with the Marina Mist. And just randomly, you don't have to have any pattern whatsoever, just randomly stamping on our card. Okay, so I'll just clean that. So Odette, do you do driving lessons all day? You're a game person, I think, getting in with all those learners. I mean, some people can drive really well, but then some people, I think, oh, like some of Jade's friends, I sometimes wonder how they actually got their P's, because, and I'm not saying it, oh wow, and I'm not saying it because Jade is my daughter, but yeah, Jade's very safe, where there's a young girl that lives around the corner from us, and oh my God, she worries me. Okay, so that was just with our berry burst and the bit that looks like the cake sprinkles. And then I'm going to bring in our nice little cute diamond shapes, and with our lemon lime twist. So this is a great way of 6 days a week. Wow, Odette, you are in for punishment, aren't you? Just kidding. Okay. So I'm going to bring in the little triangle piece now, and I'm just going to finish off with some nice little lemon lime twist triangle bits of colour. And it doesn't really matter in the middle of this, because in the middle the labels are going to be over it anyway, but just adding a little bit of lemon lime twist everywhere, filling up those white gaps. So Amanda, are they still growing, is it peanuts up at Kingaroy? I remember I don't know, back in the Speedway days, the peanuts were the big thing up there. I think peanuts and potatoes, isn't it, at Kingaroy? Okay, so then on our label, we're going to stamp some more of our, sorry, I'm going to have my coffee, it's probably gone cold. We're going to stamp some more of our candles, once again. Now I find this long, narrow block is probably the best for stamping your candles. Okay, so I'm going to bring in a few of those. That one there. And I don't have that one, I'll pop that one on later. Okay, so lemon lime twist. Actually, I'm going to do the sentiment in the middle first, so we know where we're going. This is what you need to do when you're doing card making. You need to work out what part of your, do you know, I have lost Can anyone tell me where my elegant eggplant stamp, my ink pad, there it is. I was thinking I was going crazy. Okay, so I've done the sentiment in elegant eggplant, and I'm just going to line that up just in the middle of that label. That way it gives me an idea of where I can stamp my candles. Okay, so that's what you've got to do when you're actually stamping. You need to work out on a label where everything's going to sit. Okay, so I'm going to do a lemon lime twist candle that side and another one this side. And then my berry burst candles, yes they are. My berry burst candles are going to be just stamped off on the side. So I'm going to get my berry burst. Okay, so still the big peanuts, hey? Okay, so I'm going to line one up there and one up there. Okay, I'm lining these up better than I did the first one. Okay, so then I've come back through with the stripes and elegant eggplant. I'm just going to get some of these ink pads out of my way so I don't get in a mess. Elegant eggplant for the stripes. Now on your candle, on your stripes, you will find there's a rounded angled end. If you look through this stamp, there's a little bit and then the stripes start, and then you'll have like a full stripe. That full stripe actually goes to the bottom of your candle. So you get the top of the candle lined up. Okay, so it's as simple as that. Mainly because you want the top of the candle to be really nice and straight and level at the top. Okay, I'm going to bring in my spots. And my spots I've done with Bermuda Bay. You wait until you see the projects I have for the end of this video. I know, Tanya, you've seen them in my team meeting the other night, but yeah. These, you think these are bright? You wait until you see the next lot. I've been playing a lot with this set. And actually one of my class members, oh, I did that one a bit crooked, but never mind. One of my class members the other day was saying that she couldn't believe the colours and how well this set has been designed with the bright colours, because I've used some of the designer series paper that goes with this as well. So it's lovely. Sorry, and I didn't tell you, you do need, for the candle flame, you actually need So Saffron. So I'm sorry, I don't know whether I told you that, or I might have told you Daffodil Delight. I've done it with So Saffron anyway. Okay, so once again, get the candle flame out. And this candle flame is so cute. Okay, I'm going to pop that onto the little stamp. So as I was saying, I really like to try and pop the stamp on the smallest block that you could possibly think. I actually wish they had a smaller one than this again. I think would be quite handy for these little tiny things. Okay, so there we have our candles. And then I decorated across the top and the bottom with that beautiful little triangle piece again. I love that triangle piece for the decoration in the back. It's a little bit like confetti. It's quite cute. And our lemon lime twist. Okay, so I've just done a couple of little rows of lemon lime twist across this bottom part here. and I've also then just done it across the top. Now the reason that I do this, just to take that white stark look off your labels and to fill in a bit of the card. Like I do like clean, simple designs, but I still like to fill in a bit of that card, because sometimes if you've got too much white showing, it can make the card look a bit bland. Exactly like I've said here, the difference between those two cards, by doing a little bit of a background around, it just takes the plain look off it. So it's sort of just a handy hint that I do. Okay, so now we get to assemble our card, the fun part. Okay, so I've used our dimensionals on the back of our beautiful labeled piece. Pop it up. So once again, I want to thank you all for taking this free online card class. I hope you're enjoying it. And I have given you that little voucher in your card, so please mention that if you decide to order a full price online card class. You have this month to use that voucher. And how that voucher will work is I will just do a direct deposit back into your account. So you order all your items, or you pay your payment, or if you're going to get me to order your items for you, you just pay $10 less. That's all. But yeah, I just decided to give you a bit of a discount because you took me up on the offer of doing the free online card class. So I'm going to pop some more dimensionals on the back of our Daffodil Delight piece. Pop that up. Might just pop one in the middle for good measure. Now, the trick to doing my ribbon the way I do it is, what I do is I line up where I want to pop my ribbon, and on the back of that, you're probably wondering why I gave you this little tiny piece of ribbon. On the back of that, what I actually do is I line it up and I glue it like that. I turn it over, get it nice and straight, and when you get it nice and straight, then you just pop it over. And there you have your ribbon on. Sorry, that one's not quite straight. Until it's late at night. I've had a big day. I've worked all day, then had the stress of the 17-year-old going for the driving test. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to, with my liquid Tombow, I'm going to pop that on the front. And I'm thinking my next online card class, I haven't designed it yet, I have to design it this weekend. But I'm thinking, and I don't know whether people are really into it, but I'm thinking I'm probably going to do the Petal Palette stamp set. It is such a beautiful stamp set. I may just do the stamp set because the stamp set's like a double banger, a double stamp set. So I may just do the stamp set and have the framelets as an upgrade if you wanted to purchase the framelets. But and my online card classes now, they are available in 3 levels. So level 1 is the whole kit and caboodle. It's the stamps, whatever inks or whatever I choose. Now I'm just going to, I've taken all the labels off the back there. I'm just going to pop that up. So I just want it to come in off here about 1/4 of an inch or so and line up top and bottom like so. Yeah, so I have different levels now. I have a level 1, which is the whole lot, which means stamps, framelets, and whatever ink colours, everything that I've chosen. I then have a level 2 that I withdraw the framelets out of it and just purchase the stamp set and whatever inks and things I've chosen. And then I have a level 3, which is just the online videos. But the online videos, that level 3 option is more or less just for people that live overseas. Like, because I can't actually sell them the products. So because I can't sell them the products, I've had quite a lot of people from like America and New Zealand asking me, can they just buy the video tutorial? So I have actually now added that as an option, but more or less just for the people that live overseas. Because why would you not want to buy the products to be able to do the class? Okay, so just with the glue dot, I've just flagged those ends. And just with the glue dot, we're just going to pop that little bow down there. Okay, so there you have the 3 projects that your free online card class. So I hope you enjoyed that. I had a lovely time crafting with you tonight. I just want to show you before we go, I just want to show you some more of the products that some more of the cards that I have made using this beautiful Picture Perfect birthday set. So I've got this one here. So this one here I've actually done, I've got Berry Burst as our base, I've got our Lemon Lime Twist, and I've gone through with the cake sprinkle part with Lemon Lime Twist, so it's a tone-on-tone stamping idea. So I've done that to create the background. I've used some of the beautiful Designer Series paper. Now I don't have much of this paper left, but I just want to show you some of them so you can get a bit of an idea of what this paper is like. It is absolutely gorgeous. You have pictures on one side, so that was the donut one, the balloon one, and on the back of the balloons is this piece here that I've used here. This was like the party shredded paper, and it's got spots on the back. This one had presents, and it's got beautiful, I think it's pool party on the back there, confetti, and some beautiful Lemon Lime Twist. These bows are just gorgeous. So they're actually pictures. So, and then some nice little triangles on the back. These circles and the beautiful candles. I've seen so many cards made with this, but that's all I have left of my Designer Series paper. So I've used it to the max. So I've also used the glimmer paper with our Starburst punch and a round stitch shaped circle. That's okay, Tanya. I like that you joined me. And I've used our little clip, and we've made a party popper there. I've got another card this one was the portrait style. This one is the landscape style, so very similar to what I've done here. Some pattern paper. I've used our beautiful washi tape from the Mists and Magic, and this is the glimmer paper again from the Mists and Magic. I've also used our stitch shaped squares to make a diamond shape there for the label, and I've stamped and fussy cut out some of the candles, and I've popped another little one of our beautiful dog clips on there. This one here is a lovely cute idea. We did a bit of a ribbon technique, and it's a shirred ribbon technique. It's actually been embossed with our stripy embossing folder. It's then got the shirred ribbon on the back of our beautiful, we did this with the Stamparatus. We actually did these candles with the Stamparatus. We lined them up, and because it's a positioning tool, we got to position it and repeat the pattern. So I just wanted to show people how that repeated pattern, how it can be done and how effective it is with doing that. So I've used the Berry Burst, I've used the Lemon Lime Twist ribbon, and we've used Bermuda Bay and Rich Raspberry we've actually used on this one, and our Daffodil Delight for our flowers, and our Lemon Lime Twist for the little border down the bottom. And this one I think is my most favourite out of all of them. We've used the dynamic embossing folder that is the sequins embossing folder on the back. So we've used a Lemon Lime Twist base. I didn't show you, these ones all have the inside done as well. And we've used the stripy embossing folder but with the lines going up the other way on this one. We've used some of our layering circles that we have. So a scallop circle in the Rich Raspberry and our Whisper White on the top, and we've stamped our candles. We've also used the Designer Series washi tape at the bottom here, and I've decorated all of inside of these as well. That washi tape is just to die for. I can tell you, the way it finishes off cards inside is just lovely, absolutely beautiful. And we finished these ones off inside. Oh, that was actually one of my members of my class finished that one. I didn't have an insert for this. I have to tell a funny story about this one. My class member had actually made this card. Then when she stamped her insert, she had stamped it in the landscape style, not the portrait style. She's, oh my God. And I said, that's okay, we're still going to make this card. So save that insert for that one and do another one for this one going up that way. So she does it, and then she stuck it into my card, my display card. So it was actually so funny. And the running joke is now, thank you very much for making my insert for my card. So hopefully you all enjoyed that. I'm just going to flip you around and have a chat with you now. Oh my God, turn those lights off. That's crazy. Okay, I'm just going to turn those lights off because that's a bit scary. So thank you all for joining, and it was awesome spending this time crafting with you, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Please feel free to go over to my website, which is www.stampingwithdonnag.com, for all of my other online card classes that I have available for purchase. At the moment, whatever is on my website is available for purchase. So even if it says that they're February classes, and if I've still got them up there, thank you very much, Amanda, for all the thumbs up. That was awesome. So please jump on over to my website and check it out. I actually have a blends club happening at the moment. So if you're not familiar, I just opened up a blends club. I'm taking spots, reserving spots for that. It's a commitment of $50 plus $8.50 postage per month for a period of 6 months. You get the whole range of the blends over the 6 months. You also get a stamp set. You also get the Memento black ink. You also get some boxes, some storage boxes for them to go in. So it's really, and you get to join a private Facebook group like this. I give you crafting ideas and show you actually how to use your blends. So you slowly build your blends colors up over the 6 months. So each month you get a minimum of 4 blends plus an extra goodie each month, and I will send you out bits and pieces to go with your blends each month, and I will do online videos exactly like I've done here to teach you beautiful blending skills as well. So if you wanted to be part of my blends club, that's open for registration until the 15th of this month, so that's only another 13 days. And there will be limited spots. After the 15th, I will be closing that out and no one else will be allowed to join. It will be a private group that we all get in and we all craft. So for 6 months, you're going to get video tutorials and project ideas of how to use your blends. And at the moment, we have 1 month left of our celebration. So please, if there's anything in the celebration catalogue that you've had your eye on, it is now the time to buy, because they will only be available while stocks last. So the reason that is, they only make a certain amount of them. So if there's something you need to jump on, for every $90 order you earn a level 1. For every $180 order you either earn 2 level 1s or 1 level 2. And there was new items that got added, and I will be doing a live video over on my Facebook business page probably early next week of the basket embossing folder. And there's a beautiful stamp set that has a basket with flowers and things. So I'll probably be doing a live video showing that and showing the Stamperata. So please, if you haven't been over to my business page, please go over and like it and follow my business page so you don't miss any exciting news. So thank you all for joining me and crafting tonight and chatting with me. It has been awesome. I totally hope you enjoyed yourself. And I hope you enjoy making your cards up and playing with your kits. So thank you all for watching, and until next time, have a lovely night and great time crafting. Bye for now.